Hi, so today we're going to prepare uh, whole wheat eggplant pasta. Okay, so we're going to be using some ingredients that will be coming from my garden, like some fresh basil leaves, some oregano, and some of our cherry tomatoes. So yeah, um, basically we're just going to use ingredients that are mostly available in my refrigerator now. So I haven't been able to go out because of the quarantine to buy some stuff. So whatever is here, we're going to use it. Okay, so yeah, let's see you in a bit. Let's pick our tomatoes. Okay, so we are ready with our ingredients. We pre-cooked our pasta earlier so that we can go with this very quickly. So, and I also pre-cut the ingredients that we have. So first, we have some garlic. I chopped them very finely, sliced them actually, thinly sliced. We have our eggplant and some cherry tomatoes from the garden, some red onions, some white onions, some black olives, some basil from the garden, and some oregano from the garden. So basically this is what we're going to do. Okay, so we turn on our and also I'm going to use extra virgin olive oil to cook this today because yeah, it's pasta. It's basically just uh, well a vegetable pasta, but I'm just working with what I have in my ref right now. So incidentally, these are the only ones that I have. Some black olives, and luckily I had some, plus the cherry tomatoes. So what we're going to do is we heat this up first, and then we put some butter. I'm gonna melt that butter. Yeah, see that? Nicely. I'm gonna turn the heat down to medium. And then so that the butter won't burn, we're gonna add our oil. Probably, that's probably around 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. So we're just gonna mix that up. What's this? Some garlic skin. Let's move that. Okay, so now that you see it smoking up like that, what we're gonna do is we're gonna put our oregano. This is just mainly for flavor, so we're gonna infuse it. Oh, I'm gonna infuse it there. See? And then we're going to add our garlic. This is all going to happen very quickly, okay? Add our garlic. And our red onions. Then our white onions. when you see the oregano wilted, you can remove it. It's probably infused already. So there, when you see the garlic starting to brown, you put in your eggplant. Let's put aside these tomatoes, they might roll out. Whoops. Okay, put the eggplant. So they're just going to just lower the heat, wilt them out a bit, cook it, and you can add your black olives. There. Add some of our pepper and some salt. It's very important because this is all the flavor we have, the salt. Okay, so you see the garlic, that's not supposed to be that dark. So now we put in some of our, put in the pasta we pre-cooked earlier. And then by this time, we again lower the heat. This is actually good for at least 2. So we saved some of our pasta water earlier. We're gonna add it. Add some, so that sizzle, so that the pasta won't stick, and the flavors would meld very well with our vegetables and the pasta. See, so there, it's going to silence a bit. Just have to start mixing it up like so, and we're gonna wait until you hear the sizzle again. Okay, just keep stirring it up to mix up the flavors. If you have some cheese, you can top it off with some cheese also, Parmesan cheese. But incidentally, I don't. Garlic, smell of garlic is really good. I don't have some Parmesan cheese, so what I do is to compensate for the lack of cheese, I just use salt. So we're just gonna add some more salt to that. And you can hear the sizzle again. It's almost ready. And yeah, there you go. It's really quick. The longest part in preparing pasta is preparing the ingredients. So we're gonna turn off. Hear the sizzle. See, let it sizzle some more a bit. Oh, by the way, we're using whole wheat pasta. See, that's why it's brown. So I'm gonna turn off the heat, and then we're gonna plate it. If you're asking about the tomatoes in this one, you're going to see in a bit. Okay. Now we've plated our pasta, and here it is. It's not very nicely plated yet, so okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to get our basil, fresh basil from the garden, and we're going to cut out the leaves. and top the pasta with it. So what you do is just cut it out like that, and then you just, cut away. Nice and fresh, just the way you should be. Okay, and then this is so we do this because we don't the leaves of basil usually wilt in heat, so this is when we add it right after we plate it and it's not that hot anymore. So there. And then you remember the oregano that we used earlier? You can still use that. Just put all the leaves there. They're all a little crunchy. There. See that crunch. And then finally, we're going to have our cherry tomatoes. See that? Oh! Burst. My knife is not so sharp. And uh, these tomatoes are really ripe, so there you go. Okay, so we're just going to put it on top like that. Very nice color, see? If you have more tomatoes, I usually use some more tomatoes on my pasta. So there you have it. It's your, I don't know what to call this yet, so I'll just put the name here. Yes. Okay, so we're going to try what we made. So gonna mix it up. Mix all the basil around and some of the cherry tomatoes. Okay, let's give it a taste. Mmm, tastes so fresh. Mm. And cherry tomatoes is a very beautiful accent. I wish I had more. mm. And the olives also, plus some garlic. Mm. Mm. This is really fresh tasting. But since I don't have mm, since I don't have Parmesan cheese, I'm just gonna use some more salt, just a little, to put out more of that umami in the vegetables. Oh, this is enough. Mm, there you go. Mm. So the secret with pasta is you just have you can prepare a lot of pasta and portion it in your ref. So and then every time you want to eat some, you just check your ref, whatever is inside. Just experiment. And important thing is you know flavor. Mm, mm. Contrasting flavors usually work. So We have some salty, add some ingredient with some acidity in it, like the tomatoes and the olives. I know some people don't like black olives, but when I was a kid, I didn't like it too. But I've grown to love it. Mm. Oh, and the flavor of the oregano is very mild, but you can taste it, the hint of it, all over. I mean, really, that's what makes this pasta taste so fresh because the oregano infused with the oil very well, so it's all over. And the pasta, when you cook it in the oil altogether, it tends to absorb some of the flavors of what we put. Mm. Mm. I wish I still have some. Thankfully, I think I'm gonna have this again for dinner. Mm. Because the pasta I made was good for two. So the eggplant that I used, I didn't even go halfway. Mm. It was this long. I used up only like that much. So I mean, you know how to adjust if you're making more for more people. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, food like this, you know, just uh, help me when eating good food. Really helps me remember sometimes why we're here. Is well, great part of it is to enjoy life. At the same time, doing our part to contribute to the world, not so much to leave something, not much of a legacy, but more on touch other people's lives in one way or another. And of course, you should also enjoy along the way. So, so that we should always live the best life that we can. And that every day we should wake up and live. I'm Caioman, and this is Caioman's Garden Kitchen. I'm gonna eat again. Mm.